We got the stream up. It's saying preparing stream. Y'all see me yet? All right. I believe we are live. We got some news today. What's in the news? The basis of this stream is gonna be the fake Black Panther member apparently getting exposed, because I never trusted that guy to begin with. But we got some Trump news. We got some Trump Somali news. We got a few things going on in the stream tonight. Can everybody hear me? Hold on, baby.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Before you go, let me join the stream, baby.
Okay.
Nah, I'm sending it to you now.
Okay, I'll join.
Join it now. I'm gonna see them join. Don't get out of it. You gotta join the stream. Join the stream, baby. How y'all doing tonight, man? We about to get into some news, bro. Just give me 1 second. I got a pregame too. Don't judge me. Don't judge me about how I start my stream off, goddamn. Don't you judge me, I won't judge you. I gotta get my comment section up too. I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta get the comment section up. I gotta be able to read the comments. Get my docs right. Hold on. Hold on, chat. We about to get to it. Y'all don't join in too fast anyway. It's fine. Alright, let's play some stuff while we're waiting on it.
National law, not on land grabs, which is why the EU has been so singularly incapable of challenging Vladimir Putin, who does think in terms of territory, of terra firma. Well, Trump is very much the same, and he sees Greenland not as a projection, I don't think, of America's imperial power, but as a really important piece of real estate, and he gets that, and we don't have a way of countering that, because we think in highfalutin ways about middle power diplomacy and international law and inclusive governance, and Trump continues to steal a march on those middle powers because of their basic failure.
And Tim, what he also understands is, one, the power of the US military, and two,
yes,
the power of the US economy, because he says, look, if you don't do that, then I'm going to mess with your economy, and if you mess with me, you'll get an aircraft carrier battle group in your backyard pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's classic power politics, and if you've got men under arms, missiles at your command, and the world's biggest economy, it gives you a huge amount of room for maneuver. And I suppose what you end up doing is forcing your allies into a degree of sycophancy, which they're dressing up as clever middle power diplomacy. And he put the fear of God into opponents. Iran, he is establishing both a dialogue track when it comes to the mullahs, and also being this track is backed up by the deployment of significant military force into the Mediterranean.
We have got to the point where literally
in Australian politics, but there's also been no shortage of drama playing out on the world stage. US President Donald Trump travelled to the World Economic Forum in Davos while threatening tariffs on any European countries that stood in the way of his plan to annex Greenland. But by Thursday, our time, Trump dropped the tariff threat after a meeting with the NATO Secretary General, and now he's claiming a quote-unquote future deal will give the US full access to Greenland. Joining me now to discuss this and more is Diana Norozi, a White House reporter at Politico. Diana, welcome. What's the latest? It's been a bit up and down, all of this week.
It has, and Trump has claimed that he's reached a deal with the European leaders on Greenland that will give America access. And the final details of the deal have not been published. I think it's still a work in progress. But both sides, the Europeans and the Americans, are now claiming victory. Trump, because apparently America will have more access to Greenland in terms of security, in terms of getting the Europeans to step up and pay more money for the security of Greenland. And the Europeans showed that they could stand up to Trump and in their own way have this conversation and not totally back down to everything that he was saying. But in my opinion, this was Trump's plan all along, to ratchet up the pressure, to make everyone freak out a little bit. And then, of course, he wasn't going to use military incursions. But with that threat, he was able to make people come and at least have this negotiation about security.
I guess that's part of the thing, isn't it, right? I mean, the question is this Donald Trump's art of the deal, where he sort of gives you the worst case scenario and says, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to slap all these tariffs on you, a bit like we saw him do with Mexico and other nations. I'm going to take these really punitive measures. They then come to the table and he goes, oh, well, I get what I want after all. It's sort of make an ambit claim and then people will come and negotiate with him.
I think I personally think it was the art of the deal, but I think that leaders were right to be a little panicked because of what we saw in Venezuela. I think we've seen these kinds of threats before, but when you do see Trump act and take out Nicolas Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, and transport him to the US, maybe, President Trump is capable of annexing Greenland. That's the kind of thought that was going on here. Maybe he is just that crazy to do it.
Well, speaking of being crazy on these matters, I have to say the message he sent to the Norwegian Prime Minister, more or less saying, you didn't want me to have the Nobel Peace Prize, so I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about peace anymore. To me, that seemed like throwing the toys out of the cot. I know Donald Trump does politics differently, and that's what makes him so successful, and that's why so often we like him so much, but that seemed like a step too far.
I think he's also been increasing this kind of rhetoric because it's, hopefully and likely his last term in office. We don't think he's going to seek a third term. But I think this is his last opportunity to really make a splash on the world stage and really do whatever he wants. And he's seen that he is able to do so without any real repercussions. We haven't seen drastic damage to the U.S., the economy, the international relations somehow always do come out with Trump still having relations with Europe and all these other countries because they do need Trump for security, for negotiations, and as an ally.
The other thing he's done at the World Economic Forum is assemble and announce this Board of Peace. How is this going to work?
The Board of Peace, he's announced to govern Gaza, and it's still a work in progress. He's invited countries to join, but several key U.S. allies have said that they're skeptical of it, that they don't want to join. And then his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's been one of the key people doing the negotiations with Israel and with Ukraine as well, he came out with a PowerPoint presentation at Davos showing how the U.S. and these other countries are going to economically impact and build up Gaza. I think I mean, we'll just have to see what happens with this Board of Peace, who's going to join. But there's a lot of questions about what's going to happen in Gaza.
We'll see how it plays out, of course. Now, before you go, we have the Australian Open here in Melbourne at the moment, of course, one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Now, American player Amanda Anisimova is off to a flying start. She's into the 3rd round tomorrow. But after her win yesterday in the 2nd round, she was asked the most bizarre question about whether she was comfortable playing under the American flag. Take a look at this.
I've been asking a lot of the American players just how it feels to play under the American flag right now, and I'm curious how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I was...
Hold on, let me tell you. Bitch, what type of question is that? If I'm American, and I'm here because of America, to play and represent America, what the fuck are you talking about? Somebody tell me in the comments what type of question is that? You want me to go against my country because I'm in your country? Do something to me. Do it. See what happened to your ass. I'm playing.
Born in America, so I'm always proud to represent my country. And yeah, a lot of us are doing really well, and it's great to see a lot of, great athletes on the women's side, on the men's side. So yeah, I feel like we're all doing a great job representing ourselves.
And sorry, do you mind if I follow up?
Sure.
Sorry, just to clarify a little, I mean, sort of in the context of the last year of everything that's been happening in the U.S., does that complicate that feeling at all?
I don't think that's relevant.
Why do you know what's going on in my country? Enough to tell me how I should feel about my country.
I mean, for goodness sake, Diana, what an unhinged question.
A few thoughts come to mind when I see that clip. First, I do wonder what the nationality of the reporter is. Is the reporter himself American? And secondly, I think this is an example of a reporter trying to lead the player, the person answering the question, to a certain answer. And I think the context that the reporter was trying to indicate here is to pressure the player to denounce the ICE raids, maybe Trump's presence on the international stage in the last year. Not exactly sure exactly what the reporter was referring to, but it's been increasingly more prevalent for stars in America, for players as we see here, to say, no, I'm not going to denounce America altogether. I'm just here to play my sport.
Well,
I'm just here to play my music.
And surely that is what they are there for. It's all they are there for. They don't have to get involved in politics. It's just extraordinary. Diana Norozi, thank you so much for your time.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world, basically validated by...
This is Larry Fink and Elon Musk on aging. Is there going to be anything that we can, reverse aging? Okay, the conversation about reverse aging. And look what Musk's answer is. Fink, who I believe...
Nick, just listening to you, we're Americans. Many of us have never been shipped overseas in any level of deployment, saw combat like you did. So many of the images that we see on the news feed, you don't know if it is propaganda, because America always has to have an enemy.
Yeah.
Depending how they want to frame the narrative, that's what's going to roll across your news feed.
Facts.
So when I'm listening to you and you're like, nah, I'm a sniper. I had a chance to watch and observe and see these people in their daily actions. There was some bad dudes over there in the way that they treated their own.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You couldn't imagine some of the vile shit that you see. From beheadings to stoning women to just beating people for no reason. Because they didn't meet a quota. I don't know what they were arguing about, but seeing people get beat, get shot, get beheaded, yeah. There's some real mean dudes out there that were that needed to be killed, But you get a chance to see a lot of foul shit. Yeah. My first deployment, I seen a dad come out on the balcony with his son and try to use him as a shield, a body shield. And luckily we had some good snipers and took the dad out, and he landed right in front of me, fell off the balcony, and in my young kid brain at that time, first deployment, I'm like, who the hell is dropping a sack of potatoes? You know, it was like a burlap sack of potatoes. Looked at it with my night vision, like, oh shit, that's the body. But a lot of my first deployment was like that, where the mind couldn't comprehend. It was the first time seeing something. Can't comprehend it. My first time getting shot at, I had to be told I was being shot at. I had to be told. Like,
what do you mean?
I didn't know like on a movie, you hear the bang of a rifle. All I heard were snaps. It sounded like someone slapping a ruler on a desk. And I'm hearing pop, 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 like snaps. And I thought something was wrong. We had Peltors. It was an electronic hearing protection. It amplifies sound and muffles out loud sounds. And it takes batteries. I thought my batteries were fucked up. So I'm like, what is that noise? Then I could feel stone or rocks hitting my back. My team leader, shout out to Juan Salazar. He tackled me on the ground and was like, bro, get the fuck down. We're being shot at. I'm like, what? That is that? And we had some good snipers, and yeah, we ended up in total, made the news. We killed like 14 people that day. One was a younger fighter.
God damn, 14 people? Shit. That's a light day for him. You might say they killed 14 people that, god damn.
Fighter. I'll say that. One was a younger fighter who tried to play dead, and there was candy up on the rooftop. He was young. Tried to play dead, and then clearing the rooftop, he decided he wasn't playing dead no more and tried to get up and shoot our guys in the back. But yeah, we killed like 14 dudes that night. I had no idea I was even being shot at initially. Then once the brain connected, oh, that's what that is. Then we went to work, yeah. My first time ever being shot at.
Wow. Go backwards for a second. You said you received an award or a commendation or something when you took out 6 leaders at once?
6 times. It was an accumulation of events. That night, I ended up killing so I killed the Taliban guys, and then later that night I dropped some, well, not me personally. I called in a C-130, 105 howitzer rounds, and killed, I think 15 guys in a tree line. But prior to that, I killed three guys on a rooftop. So it was like an accumulation of events why that whole award even came to be. But it's my only valorous award that I have.
But what do you mean when you said earlier you lined them up?
They were already lined up. They were protecting this street, and me and my spotter went up there and took them out. They were protecting a street or lined up on a street. That's all that, I could see. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they knew we were there or heading down that street or just pulling security. But yeah, once we saw who they were or, what they were doing, I got the call to take them out, me and my spotter.
Where are you at this time? Are you on a rooftop?
No, we're laying in the middle of the street. This was in Helmand province. And yeah, they were already lined up. And for some odd reason, it was an inshallah, Allah's will, whatever you want to call it. But nobody ran. It was the weirdest. No, one guy did try to hop in a car, and my spotter plucked him with a 300 Win Mag. But the guys that I shot, none of them moved. The last guy was like shooting ducks in a row. I told my spotter, Pemberton, hey, you're going to start on this side, I'm going to start on this side, and we're going to boom, 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 work our way in. And no one ran. The last guy, he took a squat. Like he saw his guys dropping, and he squatted down. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. But I'm not the only one who's been a part of that, where some guys just didn't run. They just sat there.
Okay, do you get the sense that they didn't run because it's Allah's will? Or sometimes people just freeze up.
Could have been, yeah.
Those bullets start ringing off.
Yeah, it could have been. We were a pretty good distance away too, and suppressed. Like we had silenced rifles, suppressed rifles, and pretty good distance away. Nothing crazy, under 300 yards, and just line them up. I don't know if they were in shock. I mean, I guess you could probably say he would look over at his boy drop and this dude to drop. One guy did try to hop in a car, and his trunk was full of RPGs and RPKs and unexploded ordnances, just stacked full of it. He tried to pull out in his car. My spotter dropped him, but yeah, got a whole write-up for it, an entire write-up. It's like a 2-page write-up? Yeah, I've posted it a while ago. It's a whole 2-page write-up of what we did that day and why I got my award.
Yeah, when this clip drop, you're going to have to repost that, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With
right now the whole world is the whole U.S. in particular is in an upheaval with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And taking advantage of underage girls. Did you ever find that there was an equivalent case over there? Because I'm hearing you talk about young boys.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just cultural or business as usual? Or can you even recall a case where it became national or international news because prominent older men were raping, taking advantage of underage boys?
No, I don't know of any prominent cases. I honestly think it's just that's their culture. That's what they do. And if you want to do anything about it, I mean, we could have, if you want to go to war about anything, we could have gone to war about that a little bit, but I don't know what could be done about it either, Where you go kill all the grown men? Those boys are so traumatized and raised up, some at a young age that way, and they become the little dancing boys. We call them chai boys, chai tea boys, chai boys. And there's like a whole culture of the dancing boys that go out and do that stuff. I don't know. I don't know if you even could change it. It's such a cultural thing now that, what could we do about it? I don't know of any like Epstein style case though. I think there's a bunch of Epsteins over there.
Even if it's not prominent, I get the sense even listening to you that on any level, nobody's brought to justice. This is not something that is frowned upon.
No.
Nothing that, you're ever going to be arrested for or prosecuted.
No. You're like, you're not going to get in trouble for it. I mean, maybe if the Taliban caught you, but my theory is that if the Taliban even did catch you with the young boy, they would just try to scoop him up and do their own thing with him. They're not going to try. The Taliban's wild. Like, I don't think that, you have no idea. One, they're corrupt, obviously, but there's some wild dudes, though. They're very, corrupt, evil, wild dudes, yeah. But hey, we pay them, I think it was like January 13th. We just sent them like $87 million in USD cash, and we've been sending them millions of dollars per week for a few years now. US taxpayer dollars. Yeah, we just sent like 87 million last week in cash to the Taliban.
How prominent is the Taliban today? I mean,
they run Afghanistan.
The Taliban have been crushed. Is it a resurgence?
No. So listen, like early on in the war, we killed some Taliban dudes and Al-Qaeda guys or whatever, foreign fighters. It was like a mix of them. But later on in the war, we just started killing like the dumb ones. All the smart ones left and they fled to Pakistan. That's where all the smart Taliban went. The ones that you see today, they're probably hiding out in Pakistan somewhere. We were killing this like the dumb people, the foreign fighters, and the majority of the people we were killing over there were foreign fighters, especially in Iraq. There's a ton of them. Iranians. I don't know if I could say that, but there you go. But yeah, we were killing a lot of foreign fighters in Iraq, especially. Yeah, I could say that. Yeah. And then in Afghanistan was the same thing. You'd find foreign fighters. The OGs were like in Pakistan. And it's not so much of a resurgence of the Taliban. It's just the fact that they came out of Pakistan and took control. That's it. But they're the government now. They run Afghanistan.
Yeah, yeah. So what was the point of it all?
That's the $1 trillion question. I'd be the richest man on earth if I had that answer. You know, maybe I do have the answer. I don't know, but natural resources, minerals, opium. I think it had a lot to do with that. I don't think that who they say we were killing were who we were killing all the time. I think a lot of the people we were killing were just like farmers protecting land, you know, freedom fighters, if you want to call it that. Then you got the people who want to join the jihad from other countries and they come over and they fight. But like the OGs and the hardcore fighters, they mainly fled to Pakistan and other areas in that region. But yeah, the smart ones left. The smart ones definitely left. I don't know what we're there for. That's a good question. Looking back at it, that is a damn good question.
Yeah, I mean, they remain in power today. They, the U.S., to your point, is sending them millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's
weekly. Isn't that wild? Like that's what blows really my mind. Insane. Like every vet, I think, well, I know so. I mean, if you served in Afghanistan, you should be pissed. I'm pissed. You know, like you go over there, you lose your friends. I got them tattooed on my arms. I got them on me, guys that I lost. And I carry the memories of more guys that I lost when I got out from suicide, you know, and being in. I've buried more of my friends outside the military than when I was in. I've buried more of my friends. A lot of my team leaders, guys that I looked up to, killed themselves like when they got home. And I don't know what we were there for. I mean, you look at it now, it's like, well, you tell us to go over here and take out these people, and we allegedly did something like that, and years later, you let them be in control of the government, then you give them all our equipment, then you give them millions of dollars weekly, monthly in cash. Doesn't make any sense. And you know how the Taliban treats their people. There's one thing I felt good about, and there's not much that I feel good about when it comes to war. But there were some very evil people within this organization, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, and it felt good to take those guys out. I have an award for killing 6 Taliban commanders in one night, lined them up. But I know how they treated those people, and I watched them. I was a sniper. I had opportunity to watch people live their lives and have no idea that I'm watching them. And I see the abuse that they put on, you know, the people in that village, and going door to door to take money, you know, and have them work the fields. And
if you're a producer who hates AI,
so again, I mean, they are reproducing over there at a high rate. You always see a ton of kids.
Yeah.
Do you think that these men are in the closet, or do the women know about this culture and just accept it?
The women know about it. They have no say so though. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like they get beat over there for even, you know, riding in the front seat of the car with another man, with the man, or not walking behind their man, going to the bazaar, the markets, like just saying anything. Women have no rights over there. I think recently I just learned that the Taliban took away music. Like they're not allowed to have music over there. They don't believe in music. They just killed some prominent, like if you want to call them musicians, celebrities. They killed a few of them. The women have no rights though. Like it's very strict in that part. But I think that the Taliban, they don't practice what they preach. It's just a control thing. Because they're all like, I don't think they're in the closet. The women know about it, but the women can't do anything about it. When your dad, if a girl's dad, like she has no say so, a girl's dad could sell her to another man. I remember being offered, I had told my wife about it. I was doing some, I guess you want to call it reconnaissance, enjoying some tea with a tribe of, some dudes and learning some stuff and getting intel. And he offered, it was a few donkeys. I forget how many donkeys it was for my wife. And I was like, the fuck,
Hold up. He offered donkeys for your wife?
Yeah. Called home and I told her about it. She's right here. Yeah. This was back in
Nick,
09.
I'm thinking that he's going to try to sell you his daughter.
No. He wanted to get my wife with some donkeys. I was like, bro, chill. She ain't that good.
So had he seen your wife?
Yeah. I kept a picture of her in my helmet and on my body armor. I had a picture of her in my body armor, and I had her all over my room. But
man, asking for a few donkeys for my wife is crazy. It's not even. What I'm gonna do with them fucking donkeys, bro? Come on.
Like my picture that I kept out in the field was on my body armor and in my helmet, and seen a picture of her, and I forget how many donkeys it was, but I'm like, I don't even think you can milk a donkey. You know what I mean? What the fuck am I gonna do with a donkey? The fuck.
Yo, so when you get an offer like that, is it done with respect? Is that something that's normal?
Yeah.
Or is that a disrespect? Like, you just tried to buy my wife?
I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know, but you could sell a daughter for some donkeys over there, or a daughter can be forced to, hey, be with this guy. There's no, they have no say so. And I didn't take it as a disrespect. I mean, we may or may not have, killed that team of dudes later on in that deployment. I don't know, but it was, he offered me some donkeys.
Yo, Nick, this is so wild. Whoa.
It's crazy to me that I think that most people don't know how, I'm not going to say weird, but it's just like it's foreign to me. It's alien to me, that culture. I'm glad I grew up here, and with the way I think. I couldn't imagine being in a country where, one, the women have no rights. They can get beat for just talking. Like it's my dinner's cold back in 1920.
My dinner's cold, bitch.
Husband is like, my dinner's cold. Sock his wife. It's like that over there.
Bitch, this chicken is cold.
All the time, so.
Do you get the sense that this is just in Afghanistan, or is it across the majority of the Middle East?
No, it was in Iraq too. I wasn't exposed as much. Maybe I was, I don't remember. It wasn't as much as Afghanistan. Iraq, there was some homosexual stuff going on quite often, but no, I didn't really see it as much. I'm sure it went on a lot, but it was not as prominent in my face as it was in Afghanistan. Maybe I was a higher rank and I had a little bit more freedom and do my own thing. I got a chance to see a little bit more, but I didn't really see it as much in Iraq. And I'm not sure about other Middle Eastern countries if it's like that. I would assume for the majority of the part. I look at, what is it, India? I forget how much their population consists of the population being inbred. It's a significant amount of inbreeding over there, but I don't know if pertaining to the Middle East, if it's a homosexuality is a prominent part of their culture, or why the men are like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, and this is in all seriousness. I know we can chuckle about this now, but the majority of Americans would have no idea.
No.
Legit no idea that this exists.
I remember being there was a scandal that went on with one of these defense contracting companies. Wasn't Halliburton. I forget who it was, but they were like facilitating bringing in some young boys, some contractors for, you know, the Afghan men, older men. But yeah, you would get told, like, you could hear a little boy being essentially raped, you know, and you're told not to interfere. There's been people who's been, you know, gotten in trouble for it, documented. You could hear, yeah, don't interfere. It's their culture, and we're not here for that. But you'd hear like some ruckus going on, and you know what's going on in that tent.
You know what's going on.
There's a reason why the most organized people.
Nah, I couldn't do it. Like Cat Williams. My boy say he talking about them insurgents.
Okay, last time I spoke to you, you said that this is damn near cultural. It's common knowledge over there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of kids running around, Nick. Like,
yeah,
it's not like they're not reproducing at a fast rate.
No, and it's a lot of inbreeding too. Like when you hit an objective and there's a bunch of, you know, family in there, there's a lot of inbreeding too. And yeah, you can see the after effects of the inbreeding that was going on. But yeah, like the whole man on man thing was highly common. But it's not just man on man. Then you got man on four-legged animals too.
Okay, you touched on that last time.
Yeah. I don't believe this now, but I never saw them as intelligent people when I was over there, just because of the way of thinking. Because somebody went outside and took a shit and wiped his ass with his hand and flicked it off, and then went to go like have sex with a four-legged animal. I never really saw him as, yeah, that was back then. Not everybody's like that, but.
Is that something, it's just commonly known? Is that something that's in the closet over there? Like, how does that even get to you?
I looked at it through my scope, and I was flying over an objective in a helicopter, and I seen a dude standing behind a four-legged animal and was thrusting.
Yo, Nick, get out. Get out.
Was tearing that donkey up. The goddamn donkey. Why the fuck would you do that to a donkey?
Yeah, Nick.
I'm dead ass.
You telling me that you are surveying the area through your scope?
Yeah. I watched the dude, no joke, take a shit and scrape it off with his hand, flick it, go behind the back of a house and come out the other side, and he start fondling like a donkey. And he penetrated the donkey. I'm dead ass. In a village, yeah. I don't know if Ahmed told Ahmed, you know, hey, this is what I do on my free time. But I mean, it's pretty common. I think every soldier knows that, oh yeah, that's what they do. It's not just little boys. The guys over there are, like, not going to say hypersexual. But yeah, they were into like the stuff that they would preach against, you know, hey, we don't believe in watching pornography or whatever. You'd raid a house and that's all you see is like 1970s, you know, porn. Old school
Yeah,
porn.
I mean,
yeah.
when Bin Laden got caught, they found a bunch of porn up in that mansion.
Yeah.
They said that nigga had a PS2 turned into a supercomputer. How'd you do that, bro?
Oh yeah.
That man had 20 50,000 PS2 wired together.
Terabytes worth.
Yeah.
Terabytes, yeah.
And Bin Laden had like 2 wives, 3 wives living with him, and still had a bunch of porn hanging around.
Yep.
But I want to go backwards for a second. You said the dude was out back, took a shit, and wiped himself with his hands?
Yeah, with his left hand, like he scooped it out like it was a spoon, bro. And he flicked it.
Yo, come on, Nick.
I'm dead ass. Yeah. But I think like
okay. Did he have a leaf? Did he have toilet paper?
No, bro. I've seen some like wild shit, like literally some wild shit. Transporting prisoners to, they call it the WC, Mr. WC, and like he took the lid on top of our toilets over there. He shit on top of it, like squatted on top of it, took a shit in it. They didn't know how to sit on toilets. There was like a hole in the ground, or the toilets that they did have, it had like this little, like where you put your feet at on like a metal, it was ingrained into the ground. You put your feet over it and it's just a hole right there, and they squat. We call it the Hodge squat. And they would squat, and you squatted on top of the toilet and shit on the inside. Looking back at it, I think he might have been trying to just, give us problems, but I don't know. I think that's how he's used to shitting. He doesn't know what it's like to sit on the toilet. They don't have them.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me.
Nah, I think that's like, it becomes so normal over there. Like, that's the normal stuff. The killing is, I guess you could say, not normal. It depends on who you were, with and what you guys were doing. But that was, every day you would see like wild shit like that. Literally and figuratively.
Yo, this is crazy. Like, every time I talk to you, you come with and if it wasn't coming from you, if I didn't know you and know that you just give it up straight, I'd be like, yo, this dude is exaggerating. It's no way that this could be real.
Dude, there was a guy doing a review on the last interview we did, and he didn't believe it either. So he called one of his, guys from the military, a vet, and he was like, hey, can you vouch for this? Is there like a Man Love Thursday type? He's like, oh yeah, and he had vouched for it, and it's such a common thing. Very common.
Imagine being able to reach 15 million views on the first video of a new YouTube channel. You start at 0 subscribers. Imagine that video attracts 5 million views in its first month and a half and 12 million.
Yeah, got any feel for y'all. Hey man, we got a damn good show. Don't forget, everybody, you can also watch us or listen to us on Spotify. This is a crazy story. So these 2 black twins get robbed. And they looking for payback. They get revenge.
Yeah.
But listen to the full story. This it was humiliated 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Twin brothers are in jail tonight, accused of 2 Fort Worth murders days apart. Court documents reveal a bizarre set of circumstances leading to the first fatal shooting. However,
what happened to the other one's face?
he got beat up.
For a robbery a few years ago.
They're like fraternal twins.
Has been going through the police paperwork today, and she's got one.
Yeah, that coat fresh.
Steve, and the 2 murder scenes 2 weeks apart and right across the street from one another. We just learned that the suspect vehicle involved was caught on surveillance video in that North Fort Worth area on both of these nights. Fort Worth police tell us that suspect vehicle was registered to the twins' mother.
Using mama's car.
Fox visited Mary Aguado.
We don't really hang out outside anymore.
Aguado, she Latino.
At her Garden Acres home in Fort Worth. Her fence in the same condition 1 month after a high-speed chase ended in her front yard.
That is crazy.
I mean, you're going to go to prison for murder.
He just can't drive. He should have knew that truck was going to turn.
Anybody, trying to get away.
The man in the Honda, 20-year-old Samuel.
Hold up, go back. How do you not see this truck pulling?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Before we listen
he can't drive.
He running from the cops. This dude is panicking. You don't see this truck.
1 month after a high-speed chase ended in her front yard.
That damn truck did a pit maneuver.
The truck was like, oh shit!
that was textbook perfect.
Right.
Pit maneuver.
Right. You could tell they was in the car. They was like just driving like, go right, no!
That is crazy.
For murder. There's
You can see them in the car like, you should have said your motherfucker.
anybody, trying to get away.
The man in the Honda, 20-year-old Samuel Gabadabo. This week, Fort Worth police connected Gabadabo and his twin brother Solomon Gabadabo to two murders.
Must be African.
Yo, he got the Boondocks haircut. That's what he got.
On November 15th, 19-year-old Devin Randalls was shot and killed at a North Fort Worth apartment complex near 35W and Western Center Boulevard. Investigators believe the victim, found with a surgical mask and gloves on, was breaking into vehicles with others. 2 weeks later, and
so the victim was breaking into
Western Center Boulevard, an employee at Flip's Patio Grill was murdered in the parking lot. Detectives determined 20-year-old Isaiah Gonzalez finished his shift on November 30th when he was gunned down in his vehicle. Fort Worth police say it appeared to be a targeted hit. According to a newly obtained search warrant, during the investigation, police received a tip that Gonzalez robbed the brothers 4 years ago and forced the twins to undress at gunpoint.
Oh, pause that.
That's crazy.
Pause that.
If I did that to somebody, I'm moving to another country.
Listen.
Because I don't want that smoke, because...
You see, and this is exactly why you be like black fatigue and like, yo, black people killing themselves. You think it's just they just walking by and just shooting each other. It be for a reason. It's hold up. It's always for a reason. And I gotta say, and I shouldn't say this, but that's a good ass reason to get your ass killed.
Yeah. I wouldn't do the killing though. I'm a Christian. I turn the other cheek.
I'm Uncle Tom. You know what I'm doing? 911. Somebody robbed me 4 years ago. I see him. He's sitting in the car right now.
Here's his license plate number. Here's the police report number that y'all provided me when I initially made this.
Yeah, when you get his phone, he's robbing us and he's got his butt naked. He made a script down 4 years ago. Come get him. That's what I would do. I'm not killing him.
And you know what? The next week,
it wouldn't work, bro. Statute of limitation on that robbery probably would have been passed.
That ninja is out, and guess what he gonna go to? Nah. He gonna run up on y'all for doing that shit.
I'm not trying to look like them damn Gabadabos. Running from the cops and some truck hit me, and I'm Chris, you can't go out running from the cops.
Nah,
those dudes never getting out of jail.
They ain't never getting out of jail.
They ain't never getting out.
That's murder and that high speed chase.
Yeah. Go ahead and finish the video.
I tried a ton of AI work tools. Then I tried Monday.com. Game over.
He heard the Gabadabo brothers were responsible for Gonzalez's murder. Investigators say they found a video on Gonzalez's phone of two naked young men at gunpoint.
Wow.
He still got
Using facial recognition software, police determined the young men in the video to be the twin brothers.
See?
Then on December 12th,
they showing the tape like Hero showed the tape on
in the Garden Acres pursuit and bonded out. At the time, Fort Worth police say they didn't have enough evidence connecting him to the two murders. This week, on Thursday, Fort Worth's fugitive unit found the brothers at a residence in Burleson and booked them into the Tarrant County Jail. Back at Mary Aguado's house,
they're
going to come fix it probably next week. But on my dollar.
She fronted the money for a new fence, now hoping for a guardrail, but thankful her family wasn't hurt that December day.
He jumped my fence where my mom was right there.
She trying to put some more on him. He almost killed my mom and she got a heart attack. He gonna get more time on that shit.
Insurance would have fixed that if she had it.
Right. Yeah.
Gabadabo. Never heard that. That's got to be African.
I never heard Gabadabo.
Gabadabo. Sounds African. Gotta be.
Gabadabo?
Gotta be.
It sounds Italian to me, to be honest with you.
That kind of sounds Italian. Gabadabo is...
Them niggas don't look like they're Italian.
I know, but I'm saying...
Never know.
And that woman, she like a, I don't know what she is. She might be white, might be Hispanic. Just Latina.
She look like
white Hispanic.
She like Patrick from
them damn Gabatabos, man. Yeah, I mean, of course it's humiliating, right? But it's been 4 years. You ain't they didn't even recognize it. They had to use
they ain't
facial
forget
recognition.
that, man. They ain't forget that.
Yeah, man. Some things you don't forget. But
I know a lot of
get over
the right thing.
It's been 4 years. You're not gonna get over that. Yeah, I would get over it.
Nah,
I mean, I would get over enough where if I saw him, I'm gonna kill you. You know what I mean?
Nah, that should have bring back trauma. Like trauma, it's like you gonna forget. Like you gonna forget somebody diddling you when you were a kid. You ain't never forget that.
Yeah, I guess I ain't trying to go to jail, man.
I feel you.
I'm too pretty to be in jail. Yeah, I ain't trying. Them niggas are not gonna put a wig on me and have me suck them off.
They gonna be like, that's them compatible brother.
They got some pretty eyes. Pretty green. You my bitch, nigga.
I feel you, man, but I don't know, man. It's just people. Everybody's different, and their tick is a short wick. You know?
But they probably facing life in prison now.
Yeah,
because they got motive.
First degree.
Yeah, first degree.
Yeah, they went on a run. That's why they was in that hotel.
Man, it was crazy. Them running for the cops like that. In a Honda Civic. What was that? Honda Civic? Where you going?
You're supposed to do it smart, man. You were supposed to do it smart.
Hey, Chris, you ain't trying to sound like a hitman.
Yo.
Like you a professional.
You're supposed to do it smart.
Man, like you Jason Statham in Wrath of Man.
Chris think he Jason Bourne in here.
Now I'm about to get into that Black Panther thing I was telling y'all about.
I wish Eddie wasn't so getting flushed.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying they not really.
Uso.
What y'all niggas doing? Playing Simon Says? This shit.
So basically, that guy y'all seen at the Minnesota thing, the fake Black Panther or whatever, he's apparently getting exposed for being a fake, which I assumed he was. He's just trying to spread propaganda and get folks to go fight even more for nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Look like Simon Says. I didn't say Simon Says. So let's talk about these bootleg great value fake Black Panthers. I know you've seen them. Oh, haven't you heard? The Black Panthers are back and they're here to protect immigrants? Interesting. They're here to battle ICE and protect immigrants. Some things.
If you're trying to grow your venue business this year, you need to get Honeybook.
I started my business to follow my passion, but as I got busier, my processes
seems a little odd. Something sounds a little off about this. Let's watch. If you haven't seen the clip, this is the clip that went viral. Check this out.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party from Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little...
See, this is where I was like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if you were cosplaying as Black Panthers, if you were like, oh, we're trying to be like the Black Panthers. But they said, we are the same Black Panthers from back in the day. I was like, some don't seem right about this. This just ain't giving me Black Panther energy.
More aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs...
Also, there's a lot of light-skinned niggas. And light-skinned niggas were a part of the Black Panther movement, no doubt about it, but... it's only light-skinned niggas? I don't...
To take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from...
Everybody light-skinned. It seems like, a group of mixed black people that are overcompensating, trying to really be like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the opposite of cooking. You know, and so if these people mean well, I really mean no disrespect, but this is like the opposite of cooking. It's like when you mixed, sometimes niggas, they completely betray their blackness and they want to be white and they turn into full-blown raccoons, right? But then the opposite can happen too. I knew niggas like this back in fucking community college, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually joined the Black Student Union. Yeah, I had joined the Black Student Union and all that. And we had this one light-skinned nigga, got green eyes, light skin, curly brown hair. This nigga was wearing a kunte kente shit every day, nigga, with a dashiki. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it, dashiki. Yeah. He was wearing a dashiki every day, bro. And fucking, yeah. That nigga was black as fuck. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, brother? You know, that he was one of them. Light-skinned brother. And so that happens too. That can happen as well. All I'm saying is this is what this feel like. This is what this feel like to me. It don't feel like the authentic Black Panther shit. And the real niggas, the real Black Panthers, they've come out, you know, representatives from the real original Black Panthers, they've come out and they've completely disavowed these people. We're gonna get into that, but let's continue with this clip.
Everywhere to make sure that they're safe, because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like...
Why is it, though, that all the ICE people I'm seeing in these clips is niggas on bicycles and shit? Where are the niggas with the ARs? This seems very performative.
There are a lot of... a little more accountable. The police and ICE... and we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are...
Carry bigger guns, nigga. The Black Panthers, them niggas was fucking strapped. They were scrapped, bro. What are you talking about? Even them just saying that made me realize...
Yeah, them just saying that made you realize they don't know nothing about the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers showed up to the White House, stood on the steps with AR-15s and AK-47s. Stop playing with those guys. You are not those guys. Those guys were real militant. Really militant. You're not militant. You're a pussy.
As that this shit was fugazi, because you're disrespecting the OG Black Panthers just by saying that shit. Oh, you know, we just a little more aggressive and carry bigger guns. First and foremost, the environment that those Black Panthers were operating in were 1,000,000 times more hostile. Secondly, they were being targeted by the oppressors, by the white supremacists. Right now, they're not even really targeting black people. This is about immigrants. This is about Mexicans and Somalians and Venezuelans and Cubans and this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even about black Americans. ICE ain't really got, you got a few black Americans that are getting caught up in the shit. And I'm definitely not saying, we should turn our backs on these immigrants, because this is how it works. You know what I'm saying? You turn your back on the people that seem a little bit lower down in the social hierarchy. You don't stand up for them. Well, then you're next. You know what I'm saying? The white.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
I don't believe that for real.
This with Renee Good. Instead of having some kind of reforms put in place when people were shooting black people in Minneapolis, right? Instead of actually passing laws to take care of shit back then, you just let that shit slide. Well, now they're shooting white people too. You feel me? You see how it goes? And so on and so forth. So in no way am I saying we turn our backs on the immigrants or anything like that. But I'm just saying none of this seem right, bro.
How the immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun.
Also, you don't got a lineup. Where's your lineup, brother? That is not very black American. Black Americans, I mean, a lot of niggas from all over. Jamaicans don't sleep on the lineup either. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Jamaicans keep their shit crispy. But I'm just saying, this one.
That means some shotgun shells to shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people. No power to the pig. Oh no, ICE agent.
Right, yeah. Well, anyway, let's see what else we got here. Here's a tweet from 2020. You may have seen the photos below. The group said they were Black Panthers and they looked the part. The group was apparently comprised of models and actors from Atlanta's film and entertainment industry. I mean, they had a white dude in here. Ain't no fucking white Black Panthers, nigga.
A lot of people forget that the Black Panthers was an actual movement and some of the members are still alive. Y'all know Tupac Shakur's mother was a Black Panther. I think she's still, she might have passed away recently. You can't just portray to be something that's still here technically. It's like pretending to be mafia. The mafia guys are still here. They never really just died off or disappeared. They're still there. They'll tell you that you're not mafia.
What, you gonna tell me that his grandfather is fucking black? Nigga, that ain't how this shit go. Yeah, but well, anyways, a fucking article. This I think was happening during the George Floyd situation. There was a news article that goes on to say that these people are literally actors, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if something similar is happening again. Here's another video. The Black Panthers officially has MAGA spooked. I doubt it, but let's see here.
To take the place of the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Cherokee tribes. See what I'm saying? Some of you people did do something kind of crazy, but I don't think they had any choice really because they were indentured servants. So they couldn't really say no. They were eating potatoes and they came over here on boats to get with a promise they was going to get work and they was going to get land. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day...
Nah, why we got a fat nigga as the leader of the Black Panthers? This just ain't even a good look. And why he talking so much? None of this is giving...
Low-key right. For the most part, Black Panthers were very militant and very much in shape and very much took their help as a priority to be on point for when the pig came for them.
I mean, like real fucking... The Black Panthers, these were very serious people, bro. These are very serious people. I don't know if they'd be taking time to try and teach some uninterested fucking... This ain't even like a real white man, bro. What is this even going on over here, bro? Is this even a white man? They wouldn't be taking the time to try and educate some uninterested, barely white, pudgy cop about Native American.
The cop probably said, well, I'm Irish. And you know what? I worry and he tried to explain, well, your people didn't do much to us, but they did shit your ass up.
History and slavery, and they just wouldn't be the same.
My name is Julie, and I live in Sheepshead Bay. Last year in 6th grade, something happened to me.
Seems very performative.
What he's saying to him is, people look like you, hired people look like him, with that bag to catch other people look like him. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's the truth. It's irrefutable. It's historical fact. Real quick, the only time they took away guns was to take the place of the Choctaw.
Okay, all right.
All power to the people. Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for Active Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party.
No, sir. You're mistaken. The Black Panthers, yes, they did work with other organizations. They did not take it upon themselves to protect other groups of people. That's why they were targeted so much, by the way. Whenever is some shit just for black people, that's when they gonna target it. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's why we got DEI and affirmative action and all of that shit, because it was for everybody. But if it was just for black people, just look at Black Wall Street. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try and destroy it. That's what they've done historically. Black Panthers were no different. That's why they were targeted in that way. So yes, the Black Panthers historically would work with other organizations, but no, they would not take it upon themselves to protect other groups of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they would just stand by and watch a Mexican get abused by a cop abusing his power. You know, I'm not saying they would do that, but to go out of their way and to insert themselves into problems that are not directly targeting the black community, this is ahistorical of how the Black Panthers operated.
Said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, the Black Panthers stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese, the Vietnamese. We actually, the Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam.
So, well, it wasn't just that they stood with Vietnam. They were tired of innocent black men being used as cannon fodder and being fed into a pointless war and thrown on the front lines and slaughtered. And so, yeah, for that reason. But here, look, I even had ChatGPT whip some up real quick. Check this out, man. So I asked, were the Black Panthers known for protecting other minority groups? If so, cite examples. It says, yes, the Black Panther Party were explicitly known for forming alliances with and offering protection to other marginalized groups, not just black Americans. This was part of their belief that oppression was systemic and interconnected. But check it out. Here are the examples. The Black Panthers worked closely with the Brown Berets, a Mexican-American civil rights organization.
Brown Berets need to be out there doing work like they're supposed to do, not the Black Panthers.
The Panthers formed a formal alliance with the Young Lords in Chicago and New York, right?
That sounds like a gang. I'm pretty sure that is a gang. Just by a different name at this point.
Young Lords, that sound like some fucking Latino shit as well. The Young Patriots organization, Poor Southern Whites. One of the most surprising alliances was with the Young Patriots organization, a group of poor white Appalachian migrants in Chicago. We also got here the Rainbow Coalition. These alliances were formalized under Fred Hampton as the Rainbow Coalition. It united.
The Rainbow Coalition never worked out. Nobody was on point. They didn't really want to join. It was mostly black people. They cut it off. Black Panthers said no.
The Black Panther, the Young Lords, the Young Patriots. Okay. All right. Panthers influenced and collaborated with groups like Red Garda Party in San Francisco. What are you seeing here as a consistent through line? The Black Panthers would work with other organizations that are protecting their people, and they would unite. But the Black Panthers wouldn't take it upon themselves to go and fight for poor white people and the Mexicans and no, that's not their point. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with creating, an organization that has a very clear mission and a very clear target audience of who they are trying to serve, right? Black people have been underserved historically, especially in regards to protection. And so this organization came together and said, we are focused on black people. That's who we're focused on. Black people for black people, by black people for black people. And so this idea that the Black Panthers historically would just wake up one day and say, hey, let's go down to the Mexican neighborhood and fight for them. That's never happened. That's not a thing. Well, here's where the chickens come home to roost, man. All right, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Let's go to this post right here. Huey P. Newton, as the young brother said earlier, right? Huey P. Newton was the founder of the Black Panthers. Well, his niece sends a message, right?
I seen this video. His niece owned their ass. She sound like a Black Panther.
She had something to say. She sends a message to the new Black Panthers Chairman Paul and denounces fighting for illegals who take Black Americans' resources. Ooh. Okay. I'm glad there are real people left out there. I needed that today. Stand up and speak the truth. Here she goes. Here we go.
This goes out to all you space monkey, porch monkey ass motherfuckers sitting here trying to represent the Black Panthers. We are not doing that. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers.
Ooh.
What y'all, the cartoon motherfucking character? Y'all don't even know your fucking history. Y'all sitting out there and want to fight for an illegal who's taking away your housing, your benefits, kicking you out of your motherfucking shit, and you want to get up there and act like we ain't doing this. And the cold part about it is that little space monkey up there talking about, oh, you come up over here, we gonna do this, nigga.
I wish I knew what a space monkey is. Baby, she calling that nigga a space monkey. She one of them. Her grandfather was the founding member of the Black Panthers. She calling the fake Black Panther a space monkey. I wish I knew what that meant though. I wish I knew what that meant. It probably an insult. Y'all porch monkeys and space monkeys sitting over there. What is a space monkey? What is that?
You's a mark. You a mark, okay? That's right.
I know what a mark is, Chad.
Coming straight from a real Newton. You a mark ass mother.
Goddamn auntie. Shit. Fuck. All right. I mean, she's saying it like it is, though. I told you it's an energy thing. You feel me? I ain't really feel that energy from bro. Yeah. Auntie, she got the energy. You know what I'm saying? Auntie, she really got that energy.
Fucker. And guess what? Your day of running around here pretending and wanting to be a Panther, a Black Panther, the Black Panther party is over.
Goddamn.
Watch this, player. Coming for you. This.
Ooh, okay, shit. That just got serious. Yeah, Chairman Paul, you might gotta find a new club, brother. You might need to rename that shit. Check out this picture. The Black Panthers in Minneapolis are government plants. There's a reason they look straight out of a shitty Netflix movie. Here are some things that were, pointed out by some people with some very keen eyes. No plates. Empty vest. No mag pouches. No reloads. MP1522 LR. I don't even. MP15, I'm not a gun guy. I'll be real with you. Rear sight folded. No optic. Shit. Okay. No optics. That I know what that means. Rear sight folded. Mm-hmm.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your...
Yeah. Basically, he's saying they not really strapped like they're ready to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Like the Black Panthers, when they would gear up, it wasn't pretend. They wasn't doing it for a photo op. They weren't doing it for like, you know what I'm saying? They weren't doing it for fashion. It was practical. It was functional. And so, yeah, where are the extra magazines? You know what I'm saying? Where are the extra cartridges? Yeah, it's not realistic. Oh God, here's another clip right here. This is not looking good. Black Panthers are training to protect their community from ICE. Really? Let's see what this looks like.
About face. Uso.
The real Black Panthers would never do no corny shit like this. The real Black Panthers weren't publicizing their training. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I ain't intimidated by now one of these dudes. Like, I ain't intimidated. I don't think y'all militant at all, bro. Y'all don't even feel militant. Y'all don't even got the same vibe.
their training fucking routine. That's just not something you would do. Imagine if we were trying to start like a rebel force, right? Let's say you and me and a couple of the other guys we got together.
I brought this to your attention a couple of days ago. This went viral. The new Black Panther Party of Defense out of Philadelphia, and they're supposed to be anti-ICE. So I want to play this clip, a couple of clips, because this guy here, Paul Birdsong, he is the chairman of the new Black Panther Party.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, trying to find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
Would you be happy if you stayed where you are in life and job forever? If the answer is yes, then this video is not for you. But if
he is giving somebody in law enforcement good cause to blow him away as soon as he twitches wrong.
Paul Birdsong from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense.
Huh?
See, the Black Panther Party that he's trying to emulate came about in reaction to and to pass on what developed with the Deacons for Defense and Justice of Louds County, Louisiana. There were some people in the Deacons for Defense and Justice who had literally been in the 761st Armored Battalion in World War II. They were known as General Patton's Black Panthers, and they were the second most decorated U.S. Army unit eventually outside of the Sensei, who were Japanese and fought in Italy. Now, they came up with the Black Panther logo, the exact same one that the Deacons for Defense and Justice adopted, the exact same one that the famous Panther Party adopted. And you see, when you shoot your mouth off like this, you set yourself up to get done in. You're supposed to act a little bit more quietly about what you say and not sell wolf tickets, because somebody's going to get blown away off of this if they can back it up. And what he's stating in terms of armaments aren't exactly what the reality is. So, you know, he's already said anybody that attempts to approach him, he's going to put, what, a big hole in their chest, what, with a shotgun? And see, the thing he doesn't get is a 3A vest, even the 2A one, which is typical police now. They use 3A. Will stop a 12-gauge blast with buckshot if you get hit with the thing. So they're already out-armored, and he's not. And that's not pretty. So you don't talk about these things.
So this is him explaining what the party is about.
Let me hear.
All power to the people. I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, I see a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you.
If you ever seen a paid liberal plant, there's one right there. He is a paid liberal plant. here to incite chaos in this country.
Something. The Black Panther Party is not a black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be. But the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people no matter what their ethnic background is, no matter what their cultural background is.
Shut your bitch ass up out there defending immigrants who, you are an immigrant. He's a Puerto Rican Dominican. I'm Dominican. I know a Puerto Rican Dominican when I see one, bro. I know one. This dude said, I'm from this continent. You from, so you ain't good. You're not from this country, but you're from this continent. Okay.
So just like my predecessors stood up against the United States of America's imperialist regime with Vietnam to stop the Vietnam War. I don't know if you know your history, you know the Black Panther Party was strictly opposed to the Vietnam War. You know, we had the Rainbow Coalition with all different ethnic groups coming together and fighting against the regime together. That's what we stand for. All power to the people. We're not racist. The very ideology of racism in and of itself is not intellectual, being that there's only one race on the planet, and that's the human race. We have different ethnic backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? We have different cultural backgrounds, different skin colors, you know, different languages and ideologies. But we're all part of one human race. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not the Black Panthers, you're the Rainbow Coalition. Get your rainbow ass fuck up out of here and stop the bullshit.
So, racism is in and of itself irrational, illogical, is unsensible. It just doesn't make any sense. No intelligent person would embrace the ideologies of racism. So, we're not a nationalist group, we're an international group. And then another thing, you know, I got people from my past, like this one elderly man, I'm not gonna say his name, but they like to troll me and, you know, try to call me fake gangster, fake this, fake that from my past. And, you know, I don't care, you know, my goal is not to prove to anybody that I was ever a gang member or that I was ever a thug or what I was locked up for, wasn't locked up for. You know, my goal is to protect my people from ICE, to protect my people from police brutality, to protect my people from crooked politicians, imperialism, to protect my people from imperialism.
If you were trying to protect your people from that, you would be in Minnesota protesting them damn liberals. You be out there like, where's my fucking money? You be out there like, track so icy. Where's my fucking money? That's what you be out there like. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fascism, to protect my people from racism, to protect my people from capitalism. That's what my goal is, to protect my people from tyranny. I don't care about none of that stuff you talking about, bro. I'm out here feeding people. I feed hundreds of people a week, if not.
Feed your fat ass face. That's what you feed. You feed your face full of all that good green that them liberals been paying you.
Thousands. You know, the Black Panther Party feeds people in multiple states across the country. I don't care about what you're talking about. While you at home or wherever you are typing on your phone about what I'm doing, I'm outside with these guns and with these warriors I got with me actually fighting for the people, actually doing something that matters, which is what you should be doing. So that's how I feel about that, you know? And with that being said, all power to the people. No power to the pigs.
AI. It's generating.
I can't wait to see what Judge Joe Brown got to say about this.
What? Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny to me. See, I knew some of the people he's talking about personally, some very well. So it's interesting. What he's saying. There's a 55-year, well, it's more than 55, 56 or 7 years between what he's talking about and when it went down. He wasn't there. But anyhow, It's interesting. He also said something that amused me too, because he's not going to be very appealing to some of the woke folk. Remember, he's saying it ain't about race. Some folk really want everything to be about race. The victimization crowd.
So
it's amusing to me. People will learn, but I mean, the point is when you go out trying to sell wolf tickets, somebody might buy a wolf ticket. They might buy a whole book of them to the premiere performance and want an encore and a curtain call. So
look at this picture in here, and these supposed to be people in the party, and there is more white looking faces than there are black, and she's out of shape. Let me see what.
And on behalf of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and every revolutionary nationwide that agrees with this cause, I want to first, I'm telling all my comrades, every Black Panther out there, we're going to stop calling the pigs pigs, and we're going to refer to them by their actual name. We're going to call them the slave catchers. So when you confront the slave catchers, call them slave catchers. When you address the slave catchers, call them slave catchers. From now on, the only way we refer to the pigs, Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, is we call them slave catchers. And I would like to tell all my brothers and sisters nationwide, stop referring to them as what they are. And I know it's a lot of people out there that say, oh, well, this cop is a good cop and this cop is a good cop. Once they put on
Kim Jong-un is in the damn Black Panthers.
that badge, once they take that oath, they're taking the oath to the slave catcher patrol.
Look at them, Judge.
And I take it, they call it police officers now, but their name is Slave Catcher Patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always had.
Al-Shabaab is in the damn Black Panthers.
Every black officer out there, shame on you. Now,
Heather is in the damn Black Panthers.
I'm gonna tell you why. You know how the black police officer came into fruition? Back in the day, what a slave owner would do would go to one.
The Black Panther would never accept some square Bob, SpongeBob dressing that dude into their organization. The Black Panthers were militant, strong, buff motherfuckers who would not accept any bullshit whatsoever. Wouldn't be explaining themselves on the internet or none of that shit. They be out there putting in work, sitting on the White House steps with AR-15s and AK-47s. You don't even embody these people. You are too pussy. Far too pussy.
One of the slaves would say, hey, if you'll help me catch my property.
I don't think that white man right there could hurt a fly.
Okay, that was the end of that. So somebody responded, right, to oh, this is them training here. This is them training. They ready for combat. I think they're stuck in a time warp. Was it you was dressed in all black in the 60s on UCLA campus? Late 60s, early 70s?
No, that was
honey, we got the picture.
I was something else. It wasn't all in black, you'll see. But anyway, it was a different kind of thing.
Was it? Way different. You may not be coming home.
Received many emails from.
You may not be coming home that night or for Christmas back in the day, going up against those pigs back then. See, they want to call.
And the distinction is it wasn't all police were pigs. It was the ones that acted like it.
But the main purpose of Black Panthers is to protect your community.
Yeah, they used to do patrols in South Central LA, for example. Shermont Banks, who went to Cal State LA, he was the chairman. And he got a little bit turned off by what was happening.
But
some people started getting out of the penitentiary.
Right.
Bunchy Carter, who had run the gang known as Slausons, got out from doing his time. He was illiterate when he went in, but like Malcolm, he memorized Webster's and he taught himself to read, write, and he wrote pretty good poetry. Matter of fact, I personally recruited him to go to UCLA under a special program we had. which wasn't really affirmative action, along with Geronimo Pratt, a.k.a. G, John Huggins, and Elaine Brown. I recruited them all personally.
Well, here's
Nathaniel Clark, and that wasn't what they were about. Quite.
No, they weren't about protecting illegals. And so...
No, they weren't.
So as far as patrolling the community, this new Black Panther thing, whatever it is, I'll call them the fake Black Panthers, they're protecting illegals from ICE, and ICE they're doing their job. They're not acting like pigs. They're doing their job. So,
and the other thing is they're using all of that obsolete communist phraseology, which doesn't do well for public relations in any shape, form, or fashion.
So I want to play this clip here because this guy here, he is denouncing what that guy Paul Burson is doing. So he's calling himself the original Black Panther Party member, and he's clarifying the difference between what the guy Paul doing, the one that looked Puerto Rican, and him. His name is Mike Payne.
Mike Payne, national leader of the original Black Panther Party here. We have received many emails from people asking what is our official stance on the ICE situation. I need you all to listen and understand what I'm telling you. We, the original Black Panther Party, in good conscience cannot risk life and limb of our people for groups of people who have not risked life and limb for us. Just because we have a common enemy, that does not equate to us having a common problem. If this was so, now listen to me. If we had a common problem and enemy, where were the immigrants or even the Black immigrants as a whole when Breonna Taylor, Tyree Nichols, Trayvon Martin, Rollin Hill, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, where were you at when our people are murdered in the streets, slaughtered in cold blood by an agency that now hunts you? But now that injustice has touched your door, we have something in common. The Black agenda must come first. We are still working on in-house unification. We cannot afford to divide our ranks to help individuals who have not been reciprocatory. Black citizens, we are not the target. Sure, like anything else, a few Black citizens get stopped, hassled, and ID'd. That's been happening to us for 400 plus years. The difference now is we aren't who they're looking for. We don't mean this in a harsh way to any community that migrated here and are targets of ICE. But legal or illegally, this has been our experience since our shackled feet touched the Virginia soil. Welcome to America.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce.
Actually, the first one was more closely akin to the original Panther Party mantra than the one you just heard from, but this is just part of the...
I didn't know the Black Panther Party was still up and running.
That's not the original. That's
I know it's not. Because that was completely dismantled via COINTELPRO, and there are still some Black Panther Party members from the 70s that are still in prison today. So,
well, some of them weren't about Black Panther Party business who were still in. Some were. So,
can you get off the computer, please?
I'm looking this up, what he's talking about. So,
okay, you doing research while we doing this show? I hear that.
Yeah. So you do it all the time. I'm just looking.
I don't think you really.
No, white folks stayed not too far from us. White folks stayed like around the corner, like in Whitehaven.
Yeah, they say my band
doing research.
Yes, I am.
Pin the phone so I can see what's on your computer screen.
No, I don't want this to be seen.
Okay. So listen, good show. Wonderful guest, guys. Please go and support Rosemary Oglesby. Oglesby, Henry, Ohio, District 1. If you do not live in District 1 and you cannot vote, donate to her campaign. So if you can't vote, donate, because that's the second most important, is to donate money. Sometimes it's the first, so they can have the funds to get out there and campaign and talk to the people and everything like that. But donate and vote and support. So great guests. And of course, Just, this was a good conversation. And let me share this here, because I have to keep talking about this a whole lot, and I have to come up, I am going to have to come up with some marketing things, marketing schemes for, now I don't want to say schemes, but ways of marketing the Patreon, because I created this Patreon so that you can have a platform to talk about things that, that's exclusive, original content, number one. You don't have to be censored, number two. And I'm sorry, people need to start financially supporting the information and knowledge that you spit out, that you give. So I only posted 3 videos so far because I just started it this weekend, guys. And there are 2 reaction videos. It was good content. And, the join Patreon welcome video. So, because there's going to be a whole lot of great original content. Because we talked about it last week, and we was talking about the trial of Jesus Christ. Do not go in details, but that's going to be a recording that the judge is going to do.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now this whole flow.
We would patrol the community. If we saw the police brutalize anyone, we would put an end to this. Usually the police wouldn't brutalize anyone if we were on hand because we were armed. And if the police arrested the individual, we would follow him to the jail and bail the individual out, whether he was a Panther or not. Revolution has come. Time to pick up the gun. Revolution has come.
Some of you might remember that. The Black Panther Party in 1968 calling for the murder of police officers. Fast forward to today, and a group claiming to be the new Black Panther Party is promising to fight against ICE agents.
About face. Uso. What are you here for?
To take the place of the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Cherokee tribes. See what I'm saying? Some of you people did do something kind of crazy, but I don't think they had any choice really, because they were indentured servants. So they couldn't really say no. People look like you hired people look like him with that badge to catch other people look like him. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Joining us now for more is the host of the John Amachuku Show on YouTube, Pastor John Amachuku, and the host of the Vince Everett Ellison Show on YouTube, X, and Rumble. Vince Everett Ellison, both of you have been talking about this issue, gentlemen. Good to have you back. Pastor John, the FBI still classified the Black Panther Party as a, quote, black extremist organization. What do you make of this new group claiming to be the new Black Panthers and their plan to target ICE agents?
I think it's insidious. To be honest with you, I haven't met one Black Panther, and I've been black for 41 years. I live in North Carolina, and I haven't run across one. So I think this is another George Soros planted group of individuals that he's paying to try to run amok and create chaos around this country. When it comes to the Black Panthers, just keep this in mind for those few that are out there. Why are they fighting to provide access to America and benefits to people who are criminal, illegal aliens? How does that benefit the black community? How does that support black mamas who 78% of the time are taking care of their children by themselves? Right. It seems as if they're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Vince, so this is a woman claiming to be the niece of the founder of the Black Panther Party, and she just came out against this new Black Panther Party.
Y'all ain't no Black Panthers. What y'all, the cartoon character? Y'all don't even know your history. Y'all sitting out there and want to fight for an illegal who's taking away your housing, your benefits, kicking you out of your and you want to get up there and act like this is, we ain't doing this.
Vince, she definitely means it, but she's not wrong, is she?
No, she's not. Now, look, I hope Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, and Cash Patel send the FBI down there and Homeland Security and take these jokers, throw them in the back of the paddy wagon, put them all in the penitentiary. They're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of numbskulls. They don't know what they're talking about. And if they review the history of the other Black Panther Party, the Black Panther Party was a bunch of communists. They were a bunch of drug dealers. Huey Newton died in a drug deal. He got shot by trying to rob a drug dealer. He had his 6'7" bodyguard beat Bobby Seale with a bullwhip and almost kill him. They were crazy. They were taxing drug dealers on the street to sell drugs in the black community. They were communists. They were no good. The FBI eradicated them, and they're going to eradicate this group of idiots also. They're not going to do anything but go down in the black community, raise hell, burn up some buildings, and end up going to prison just like their predecessors.
Yeah, and they're all armed. She did send them a cease and desist letter to stop using the Black Panther name. We'll see what happens there. John, Donald Trump, and this was interesting. So this week he marked 1 year in office, and nobody in the media is talking about this. We are. Murder rates nationwide, you can fact check us right now, are at their lowest levels in this country since 1900. The New York Times today, this is today, doesn't want to mention Donald Trump. Here's the headline: what's behind the staggering drop in the murder rate? No one knows for sure. New York Times. You think maybe it has something to do with deporting criminal illegal aliens? You think maybe it has something to do with Donald Trump sending the National Guard into major cities to make them safer for the people who live there, including the black community? You think maybe it has something to do with that, John?
I think that it does, but just keep in mind, blacks have become the cheap prostitutes of the Democrat Party. They screw us and barely pay us, and we keep coming back for more. See, these black mayors and these leaders in the black community, some of these pastors and preachers and politicians, these people can care less about black people. See, communism and Marxism thrives when there's anarchy, chaos, and everything's in disarray. And so they don't want to bring down the crime rates or the murder rates, but Donald Trump is doing that because he promised to do so. Trump promised to round up these cartels and criminal illegal aliens and remove them from America. It's happening. And guess what? Because of that, Americans are now seeing that, man, I can walk down the streets again. A grandma can carry her purse and not worry about being clobbered in her head.
Right.
See, tone from the top matters, and we celebrate Donald Trump for this.
Such a good point. The lowest murder rate, this is a fact, in 126 years. I think the Republicans are just terrible at messaging. Everybody should know about this, and everybody should be thanking the White House. 126 years, not like 5 years. Vince, I want to play this for you. Michelle Obama is so upset because people only know her as Barack Obama's wife.
The police officer at the scene told me to never sue the driver who crashed into me.
I was a dean of students. I was like, oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the course of the.
So you a lame ass, cocky ass bitch who can't accept that the highest honor you could have was being president's wife. Being the dean's list, whatever the fuck you is, ain't a higher honor than being the fucking royalty of this country, you weak ass. I ain't gonna say about a former first lady, but that is some weak ass shit to say. Like you ain't. It ain't enough to be the president's wife, equivalent to being the queen of America. If you the king of England's wife, you be the queen of England. Goddamn it. Come on, bro.
This whole election, and you now see me as just Barack Obama's wife.
Vince, she is Barack Obama's wife.
Look, she is a typical black Democrat liberal. Never satisfied. Never. You can have 600,000 Union troops die in the Civil War.
What could be a higher honor than being American royalty? You can't get a higher honor than that than being president your damn self. What you want to be. Go ahead, run then, bitch.
They're going to ask for reparations, never satisfied. You can spend $30 trillion in the war on poverty, never satisfied. You can pass 100,000 pieces of legislation, Never satisfied. You can pass Juneteenth, Martin Luther King holiday, give $30,000 per student to go to public school, forced integration, Supreme Court cases, never, ever satisfied. If you ask them what do they need to be satisfied, they can't tell you. She's rich. She's the first black first lady, went to Princeton, highly educated, got a husband, got children, and never satisfied. Give up on these people. They are chronically angry, chronically victimized, and they're going to always be victims. Everything is not their fault, and they're going to always hate themselves, and they're going to hate everything around them.
Not to mention, and I'm not so well said, I'm not trying to be cruel, but if Barack Obama isn't president for 8 years, nobody knows who Michelle Obama is, and that's just a fact. She might not be happy with that, but if he doesn't go from community organizer to senator for 2 years to president for 8 years, nobody knows who she is outside of her friends and her family, and that's just a fact.
And that should be okay.
Yeah, and that should be okay. We should be fine with that. Vince Everett Ellison, Pastor John Amachuku, great to have you both back tonight. We appreciate it. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where
Clicking on the videos, see if we can find some good content on this subject.
My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are... You are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Okay, you guys, the content that I have for you today is pretty interesting. Amid all of the protests against ICE, who have been terrorizing the streets and been allowed to...
Look like he can be Puerto Rican. Look like he can be some type of mixed Spanish. Look like he can be some type of Italian motherfucker.
The Trump administration to just go and
he could be some type of Middle Eastern
cause chaos in the streets and making people fearful of their lives and even being able to shoot people with immunity all under the guise of their investigation being impeded. There have been a bunch of protests against ICE officers, and out of the blue, all of a sudden, one of the protesters that are out there to protect other protesters is the new Black Panther Party, spearheaded by Chairman Paul Songbird, or Birdsong. I think I might be saying his name wrong. But anyway, let's listen to him. This is actually the first video that I saw of this new Black Panther Party that is out now. So let's check out what he has to say.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig?
Not them people, bro. Come on, look.
We're the same Panther Party from back in the day.
Look at that man. See that man right there ready to go to war. You're not that guy. You're not him.
But we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are...
You know what type of guns they had? Them boys had AK-47s, AR-15s. They had some shit. Especially for back then, they had some shit. They stood on the White House steps, man. Hold on. I know my shit going to Bing, but Google. Come on, bro. Why Bing like this? I don't want to use Bing. God damn it. Do I gotta go with my Chrome? Hold on. Why can't I go to Google? Bing don't let you go to Google. I need to change my browser. the hell? Why can't I actually go to Google? Okay. Black. You gotta check it out, bro. Okay. This is the Black Panthers at the White House, man. Hold on. They showed up to the white, and a lot of bad shit was happening to black people back then, and they were protecting neighborhoods. You get what I'm saying? But they showed up to the White House with some big ass guns, bro. If you can see it, you said you had bigger artillery and ammunition, etc. than these boys. These boys is ready. They did a civil protest. They didn't do anything but stand on the steps. They ain't kill nobody. But let you believe if you had came to whoop some ass, they would have came to shoot the shit out you. That dude who talking right now, he's not none of those people. He's not strong like that. He's just paid by liberals to incite violence. He wants you to go get your ass blown off. Playing with the wrong motherfuckers for the wrong motherfuckers acting for the wrong cause. You're playing for the wrong cause. No white nor black nor anybody should be protesting this. Should not be out there at all. You should go home with your kids instead of getting your ass blown off for no reason.
A lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act.
This man want black folks to go out there and escort illegal immigrants' homes with guns as some type of free bodyguard. A free fucking bodyguard. They get enough shit free in this country. I'm not gonna be no free bodyguard for you niggas.
Act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
No power to the pig.
All right, now, when I initially saw this, I was like, oh, that's what's up. We got the Panthers out here and helping with the people protesting. But then I started to think, well, damn, where the hell they been at? Like, it's been a whole bunch of stuff going on, even during the first Trump administration, COVID, George Floyd, the Obama administration, Trayvon Martin. I'm like, where was they at then?
They're in jail or dead. But they're still alive. Some of them still alive.
You know, I don't remember seeing new Black Panther Party show up because the original Black Panther Party has since been dismantled. We know that. So I had to do a little bit more research. But then I started to think, well, how do we even know this is actually any Black Panthers? How do we know these aren't actors being planted by Trump and them? You know what I'm saying? How do we know that they...
By Trump? This dude is gone, long gone, bro. This man think Trump planting these stupid motherfuckers. No, that's the liberals. They pay niggas to do this stupid shit.
They're not out there to make people think, oh yeah, we got the Panthers out here. So now niggas is gonna go out there and do ignorant shit because they think they got the Panthers out there to back them up whole time.
Liberals is blind. Even when they see the truth, they see a fucking dystopian, twisted ass piece of the truth. It's obvious that liberals are out there. Liberals paid them. They want you to come help them because they can't fight the weak ass. I ain't gonna say the good fight. They can't fight the weak ass fight they're trying to fight by themselves. They need big black dudes with guns to come up and help them. No. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you think Trump got anything to do with this stupid shit?
These are some actors. So y'all go out there and do some ignorant shit just so they could eliminate even more of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was just my thought. I'm not saying that that's what I think is happening with this, but the evil genius side of my brain is thinking that far ahead. Like, that's what I would do. And if they are real, what lineage or what connection do they have to the original Black Panther Party to even call themselves the new Black Panthers? Why couldn't they align with the fuck around and find out crew, or no fucking around crew, excuse me? Why couldn't they call themselves the Black, I don't know, Coalition, the Black
P Stone there, dude.
Black Sentinels, something like it. When you're associating with the Panthers, you already are putting yourself on that list that they have of terrorist organizations. Not saying that the Panthers were, but that's what they tried to name them as.
They were. At a certain point, them guys became gangs and gangbangers and etc. It's true. Yeah, like after, I ain't gonna say anybody didn't infiltrate that organization like they did. They had full control over that organization after a certain point, and it just devolved into bullshit.
Yes. I just had a lot of questions.
Just like the civil rights movement devolved into debauchery and bullshit. These, at a certain point, these dudes just getting pussy and money. Fuck black folks. That's how they felt at a certain point. Jesse Jackson still to this day doing that shit.
When it came to this, but as the researcher that I try to be, I said no. Let's check out and see what else that they are out here doing, because according to a lot of people, they're actually out here doing a lot of good work. So let's check out some more videos.
There's a reason why the most organized people never seem to take notes in meetings.
Bitch ass up. Shut up.
All power to the people. Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for At the Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things. Birdsong on Instagram. You can find the Black Panther Party for self-defense on TikTok and Instagram.
His untimely demise. Nowadays that the Panther Party is back, drugs are completely outlawed. That's rule number one. Second, regarding the accepted ideological practice of chauvinism in the party, male chauvinism was not allowed in the party. The women of the party were very strong and would not allow.
Replying, if it was me, if not just the fact that they're out here doing the work that they're doing, there's nothing wrong with the work that they're doing at all, you know, but you're using.
You're setting your people up for failure. Fighting a fight that shouldn't be fought and wasting everybody fucking time.
This name and this image and this likeness of a party that existed and has been since disbanded without any, according to what she's about to say, connection to the previous party members. Let's go.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Well, damn. See you in court, bitches.
He ain't going to show the whole clip where she said the immigrants are taking away black resources. Because he's a liberal.
It's wild, and that's what I'm saying. If you are using and defaming my uncle's name,
I ain't gonna watch the rest of your video because you can't seem to tell the truth. I ain't gonna watch the next video. I might have watched it if you had to play the whole clip. I don't like when people do that. Play the whole clip, bro. Play the entirety of the clip. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. We looking for some more content. We might take it in pretty soon. Yep. What capo want? Hey, String Capo about to call me. Hold on, bro. Hold on. What's up, Cap?
I think they all look good. It's smooth. It's just some slight shit. Smooth as hell. I need to know when I go to the cap cut, I make it just repeat over and over like it's a visualize. Like I got
motherfucker, send me the visualize. Let me see what the motherfucker look like. I already told you how to do it.
Want to break into cybersecurity but don't have experience? The Google Cybersecurity Certificate uses real-world scenarios.
Oh, yeah, we got a new show for y'all.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Don't forget you can watch us or listen to us on Spotify.
On Spotify, yeah.
Link is in the description.
Yeah, and we apologize for the absence.
No, we don't.
Like, why you say
we be busy.
We be busy.
Actually, man, it's the holidays. It kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
We in the new year.
Yeah, but I miss doing the show though.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, likewise, man.
What's up? What we got on the table?
What we got on the table, man? We got this. We got the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party's in the streets. I said we. I'm not even Black Panther, but they in the streets, man.
What the hell the Black Panthers talking about?
Because of what I don't know the name. Ice. You know, Ice.
What blacks got to do with ICE? Black people are legal. I thought you was the Black Panther Party, not the legal Panther Party.
Yeah,
the Black Panther Party helping illegal immigrants. Does that make any sense?
But I don't think he's. I think he's talking about just people, like just for the people in general, because that's what the Black Panther was for. The people. It didn't matter. But at that time, it was mainly black folks that was getting.
Party was the betterment of black folks.
Nah, it was for the people. That says power to the people, bro. They
need to change their they need to change their title from Black Panther Party to the People Party or something. Well, let's see what they got to say. Yeah, it's probably gonna be stupid.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me.
Oh, he ridiculous.
Woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with
you finna get shot.
It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly.
Wow, that's an
A12. Arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucker.
Catcher.
No power to the pig.
The pig and the slave catcher.
Damn, he had the automatic. That didn't look like an automatic.
Did shotgun. That fool say he was going to escort illegal immigrants?
Man,
that was dumb. That is low capacity.
I don't know. So he's strictly. I don't know, man.
Why would he say ICE is never going to run up on me? Why? Because you legal. Ain't like ICE going to run up to you. Break yourself. No, of course, ICE has no business with you. You are a citizen of the United States. I don't get it. ICE is enforcing our immigration laws. If you're in the country illegally, you got
illegal immigration. Yeah.
Yeah, this dude is on federal watch and doesn't even know it. I know FBI is watching him.
Oh man,
you talking about escorting illegal immigrants? Well,
they about to drop. Federal's going to drop his credit score and everything. It was just 850. Now it's 320.
They can't do that, Chris.
You never know.
Yeah, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't, man. Well, think about it. Well, think about it.
Illegal.
The Black Panther Party, when they were a thing, there was a need for it. Right. Yeah. Now black people don't need that, so he's like, I'm gonna help the illegal immigrants.
No, illegal.
I mean, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, illegal.
Like, I'm actually ignorant to the Black Panther Party. Yeah, I thought there was a whole before my time. White racist cops.
Oh, which mean ignorant meaning you don't know much?
Yeah, I don't know much about the Black Panther Party.
Oh man, I know a lot.
Yeah. I think this dude is a bad representation of what they're supposed to be about.
Yeah, I don't think they wouldn't do illegal. He said it, illegal immigrants. I don't think they.
No, I think he's that stupid.
Wow.
So fill me in on the Black Panther Party, Chris.
Black Panther Party, man. They started off. It was just helping the
sleeping with white women. That's what they were doing.
Nah, man, they were feeding. They were feeding.
Man, Black Panther Party. If I'm part of the Black Panther Party back in the 70s. Oh, when everybody was smoking weed and it was love is love, I was been banging on them white women walk around them bell bottoms, so I'm going to get me a white woman. You got the border collars and the bell bottoms? Oh, man. Oh, that blonde, that big blonde bushy hair? Oh, I'm going to have all kinds of white women. All right, but no, seriously, that's the type of Black Panther Party I'm talking about.
They gonna put you in a room. They gonna put a bag. The Black Panther gonna bind out. They gonna put a bag over your head and tie you up. Like, listen here.
Yeah, shut up. Oh man.
No, but what did they used to do?
Man, they used to feed the poor people, the people that couldn't. They was just always giving out. You saw what they do with the turkey and give it out. Right. They used to do that every day.
Yeah. Noble cause right there. Yeah,
they used to have nutrition fields and give to the kids at school, white, black, all that.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then when at the time when they started, the police was
beating up people.
The black folks
They probably deserved it. No, I mean, not all of them, but
bro, do you think back in the days they were not acting like how cats be acting
how
now?
We know, man?
Look what
there's no cameras.
No, but look at Rodney King. But look at Rodney King when they first started getting cameras.
Yeah.
That was crazy when I saw what they did to Rodney King. So I can only imagine what they was doing.
But you think every situation was Rodney King?
Dog, back then, a cop they couldn't get crucified or lose their job for killing or beating up a black person.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure public. I'm sure it happened a lot.
I'm sure it did too.
And back then, most of the cops are on down low Klansmen. Most of them.
Yeah. I was.
If I didn't say 60%.
I was looking at this documentary the other day. It was on A&E. Bunch of Klan came up to the house and got this black dude, ended up unaliving him. Majority of them was on the police force.
Man.
Yeah. And they finally found the dude guilty. This is his third time they took him to trial, and they finally found him guilty.
Oh, really?
He's like 87 years old.
That police officer?
Went to jail. Yeah. He finally went to jail. He probably got about 3 years left.
He got 3 years left.
Yeah.
That dude got 3 days left. Oh, here we go.
Huey P.
Organizer Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, young political activists in Oakland, California, were disappointed in the failure of the civil rights movement to improve the condition of blacks outside the South. They saw brutality against civil rights protesters as part of a long tradition of police violence and state oppression. They immersed themselves in the history of blacks in America. In 1966, they organized young, poor, disenfranchised African Americans to the Black Panther Party.
But that's what I'm talking about. Power to the people. I ain't talking about power to illegal immigrants.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm all for that. Yeah. Because back in those days, man, there's a lot of bad things happening to black folks. My mama told me all about it when they grew up through Jim Crow and all that.
Man, they were dope, man. They wasn't with it.
But I'm telling you, I got
Fred
a
Hampton
circle
and
of
them.
white women with me. I got white women with me.
Yeah.
Who you burping
Bobby Seale.
We don't hate nobody because of color. We hate oppression.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Bobby Seale, you the man.
See, the Black Panthers now, they sound like they had brains.
Yeah.
That dude we just saw, that
dude's looking for the smoke.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was ready. He was looking for the smoke.
That dude is all about the smoke.
It'd be funny hearing Keith saying all the he be saying shit that I don't even know.
I'm getting all this stuff from my daughter. She's making me black again.
You're like, oh, Chris, that's cap.
He's a poor representation of what actually the Black Panther Party is about, though, I think.
I almost think that's
you don't have a legal justification. He has no legal justification. There's nobody being oppressed. They are arresting people in our country illegally. That's not oppression. That's enforcing immigration laws. I don't think he's legally justified. Now, what Bobby Seale was pushing in the 70s?
60s?
70s, yeah, I'm all for that. You know?
I used to see videos. There was a lot of white people down with him. Like, yo, I'm all for that oppression what they was pushing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's why I'd have scooped up a couple of them white women.
I bet you it's easy back then, too.
Oh, yeah.
They feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I said, look here, ma'am. I used a white woman. And you look so fine. Them bell bottoms you got on. Yeah. Them big pointed collars. Yeah. My Negro cock is hard. Can I go deep inside of them sweet walls? Please, ma'am. Please, I'll be so honest. I'll pull out. I ain't gonna have a little blue-eyed nigga running around.
Oh, my God.
Hold on, chat. Chat, I appreciate y'all coming out, and I might cut this string right here.